I can hear.
So today, what we are gonna be discussing. So in the last session, we are understand very clearly. Yeah, Ajay. Yeah, thank you. So in the last session, we understood very clearly what is DevOps. What is DevOps? We understand in the last session. Today, we are focused on what is DevOps, what is AWS, what is the relation between AWS versus DevOps. That we are gonna be discussing for today. That we are gonna be discussing for today. Fine. So before start the session, so let us revise one more time what we have discussed in the last session. Let us revise within 5 to 10 minutes. So let us discuss about what is DevOps first again. Then we will be continue to understand what is cloud, what is AWS. That is in exactly our agenda for today. Fine. So tell me, as we discussed in the last session, in the beginning, so what is an application? We have discussed what is a server, what is an SDLC, what is an application? The working software which is written any programming language we call as an application. That application we're gonna be placed on server side. Once if it is placed on server side, we can access our internet as a website like a Flipkart or Amazon, book my show. But what about SDLC? SDLC is a software development lifecycle. SDLC is a software development lifecycle. In SDLC, we have a several stages and several phases like analysis, design, implementation, testing, deploy, and maintenance. By following these all the stages and phases, we can able to produce a working software, and we're gonna be doing business in our internet like Flipkart or Amazon, book my show. For example, let's say if you want to build a Flipkart kind of application. So what are the first step, guys, please? Analysis means what? Gathering information from the client. How exactly the login page, registration page, payment gateway, each and everything will be gathered. Based on gathering information, our architects will be designed. Design is nothing but a plan. According to the planning, our developers will implement the lines of code. Once if it is an implement, whether it is working or not, our testers will be verified the functional level. Once if it is verified, we're gonna be deploying our applications on hundreds of servers. Once if it is placed on hundreds of servers and we can access our internet, whether it is working or not, we're going to be monitor and maintenance. This entire process, which we are calling as what? Software development lifecycle. Software development life cycle. So, if you are a software developer, if you are a software engineer, directly or indirectly, you are part of our SDLC process. If you are a developer, can write the lines of code. If you are a tester, can verify the functionality. But if you are a DevOps engineer, what exactly you are gonna be? If you are a DevOps engineer, what exactly? So first, what is DevOps? DEV, the combination of software development, the combination of software development plus operation, we call as what? DevOps. We call as what? DevOps. So the combination of software development plus operation, we call as what? DevOps. That means our roles and responsibilities start from dev environment, ends with what? Operations. Ends with what? Operation. That means we are part of coding, building, testing, release, deploy, operation, monitoring. But to be frankly, we are not writing any coding. We are not writing any test cases. Just we are gonna be implementing an automated DevOps transparent pipeline. an automated DevOps transparent pipeline. So is DevOps is a technology like Java, .NET, Python? No. DevOps is not a technology. DevOps is a process. DevOps is an automated process. So we are going to be implementing an automated DevOps process from dev environment to operations. But as a DevOps engineer, what exactly we are going to be? So what exactly we gonna be? So we're gonna be implementing an automated DevOps transparent pipeline. DevOps is a technology like Java, .NET, nothing. DevOps is a process. While implementing our DevOps process, an automated transparent pipeline, we need to follow some rules and regulation. Which are all those guys, please? So we are gonna be delivering working software within a shortest time with high quality, with low cost is nothing but what exactly our DevOps transparent pipeline. For example, let's say, so the developers are keep on writing lines of code. So these lines of code, we are going to be making working software by executing task cases, and we're going to be delivering into the production environment. We're going to be delivering into the production environment within a shortest time with high quality, with low cost is nothing but what exactly our DevOps transparent pipeline. But actually, so as a DevOps engineer, we are going to be replacing complex pipeline with what? Transparent pipeline. Complex pipeline with what? Transparent pipeline. Sir, what is an exactly complex pipeline? Our SDLC process is a complex pipeline. Our transparent pipeline is a DevOps transparent pipeline. Okay, let us understand first what is the difference between these two. What is SDLC? SDLC is a software development lifecycle. It is a complex pipeline. Sir, why we are calling SDLC is a complex pipeline? Because if it is a manual process. It is a manual process. Due to this manual process, the manual process from analysis to design, design to implementation, implementation testing, testing to deploy, deploy to maintenance, it is a manual process. Due to this manual process, if you got an issue, any problem, any error occurred in the middle of the process, for identification it will take long time. For resolving issue also it will take long time. That means if it is take long time for resolving, for identification, for delivering, definitely the cost will be increased, the quality will be decreased. So definitely customer is not satisfied. So due to this reason, so we are gonna be replacing complex pipeline with what? A transparent pipeline. The DevOps is a transparent pipeline. Everything is an automated, everything is transparent. Everything is an automated, everything is transparent. Due to this transparent, due to this an automation, due to this transparent, due to this an automation, even though if you got any issue, easily we can able to identify as soon as possible, and we are going to be delivering our working software as soon as possible into the production environment. So that means the cost is reduced, the quality will be increased, and customer also going to be satisfied. So that is the reason we are going to be replacing complex pipeline with what? Transparent pipeline. The actual DevOps transparent pipeline is look like this only. In this DevOps transparent pipeline, we have a plan, coding, integration, testing, release, deploy, operations. In this DevOps transparent pipeline, our roles and responsibility start from dev environment, ends with what? Operation. That means we are part of coding, integration, testing, release, deploy, operation. To be frankly, we are not part of planning. We are not writing any coding. We are not writing any test cases. Just we are going to be implementing an automated DevOps, a transparent pipeline from dev environment to operations. Great. So how exactly we can able to implement this DevOps transparent pipeline? By helping of tool stack. Which are all the tools we are gonna be using? We are gonna be using tool stack like Git, Maven, Jenkins, JFrog, SonarQube, configuration management tool as Ansible, Amazon Web Services, Docker, Kubernetes, L Callistic Logstack Kibana, Terraform. These are all the tools we are gonna be using for implementing our DevOps transparent pipeline. Sir, how exactly we can able to implement? How we can able to implement? So by helping of these are all the tools, let us understand. First, Git is a version control. Git is a version control. So what exactly our developers are writing? Those lines of code we're gonna be maintaining in a version wide with a timestamp on a Git repository. Once if it is maintained on a Git version control for each and every change, a separate copy that we are gonna be in execute by Maven. Maven is a build tool. It is always produce an active factory. It helps to manage dependencies. Maven can also use project management tool. It handle versions and releases. Clear. So we are going to be learning Jenkins. Jenkins is a CI/CD tool. Simply which you calling as what? Continuous integration automation tool. By helping of Jenkins, we are gonna be implementing a continuous integration, continuous delivery, continuously integrating all our developers lines of code and making working software and continuously delivering. So continuously integrating, making working software and continuously delivering. This entire CI CD process, which we are gonna be implementing by helping of Jenkins only. But so where exactly we gonna be delivered? Where exactly what is the release? The release is nothing but what exactly are JFrog. JFrog is a release. So JFrog is an active factory. We can able to maintain our stable builds. And what is the SonarQube? SonarQube is an open source tool. It measures and analysis quality of source code. So it is developed by Java, but it is analyze and give statistics and reports about 20 different programming languages like Python, .NET, whatever may be. So what is the major goal of SonarQube? Whether the developers are following standards or not, whether the developers are using right functions or not, it will be analysis. Okay, by helping of Git, Maven, Jenkins, JFrog, SonarQube, we are gonna be implementing an automated DevOps transparent pipeline. Clear. DevOps, a transparent pipeline. DevOps transparent pipeline from continuous integration to continuous deliver. This entire CI/CD, which we can able to implement once if it is delivered from release, we are gonna be deploying our applications on hundreds of servers, placing on hundreds of servers. We calling as what deployment. So these hundreds of servers, how exactly how exactly we are gonna be automate by helping of configuration management, replacing manual process, with an automated process, replacing manual configuration process with an automated process we calling as what? Configuration management. This configuration management, we can able to do it by Ansible. Ansible is a configuration management tool. By helping of Ansible, we can able to automate our hundreds of servers, either physical servers or virtual servers, or cloud servers, or AWS or Azure, or any type of servers. By helping of Ansible, we can able to configure hundreds of servers. But these hundreds of servers, where exactly we can able to get it from? AWS, Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services. By using AWS, we can able to get hundreds of servers. Those hundreds of servers we can automate by helping of Ansible. Not only placing our application or websites on AWS, we can able to place on Docker container. Sir, what is an exactly Docker container? Docker container is an isolated area which you can place our websites very easily with low cost with high quality. He is nothing but what exactly the Docker. Simply I can say what is a Docker? By using Docker containers, we can able to place our websites very easily with low cost. But these Docker containers we can able to manage are controlled by Kubernetes. Kubernetes is an orchestration tool. By helping of Kubernetes, we can able to manage or control our Docker containers. And we're gonna be learning Elastic Log Stack given after placing our applications on hundreds of servers or a container. After accessing, while you are accessing our internet, how exactly it is performance. But each and every action internally generating a logs, those logs will be monitored and it will give statistics and reports by helping of ELK Elastic Log Stack Kibana. And we're going to be learning Terraform. Terraform is a cross cloud platform. By helping of Terraform, we can able to implement an automated process on any cloud, either AWS or Azure or a Google. It is a cross cloud platform. Terraform is a cross cloud platform. Terraform is a cross cloud platform. Okay. So by helping of these are all the tools: Git, Maven, Jenkins, JFrog, SonarQube, Ansible, AWS, Docker, Kubernetes, Elastic Logstack, Kibana, Terraform. We are gonna be implementing an automated DevOps transparent pipeline. But while implementing this DevOps transparent pipeline, while implementing this DevOps transparent pipeline, we required an infrastructure. So we are understand very clearly what is an exactly DevOps transparent pipeline. We are understood very clearly, agreed. But which are all the tools we are using, but how to use, what are the roles and responsibilities we understood. But the question is, sir, where we are implementing? In which infrastructure we're going to be implementing DevOps process? Yes, DevOps process which we can able to implement in physical environment also, in a virtual environment and cloud also we can able to implement. So whatever infrastructure we're implementing on AWS infrastructure, while implementing this infrastructure, while deploying our application, what kind of infrastructure we required, we can able to get it from cloud. Which cloud? AWS. But before that, we should be discussed about what is application first. Again, tell me. Yeah, we have discussed already, am I right? What is an application? What is an application? Application simply we calling as what? The working software which is written any programming language we call as an application. That application here we calling as what? Website. Clear. But it's look like our Flipkart or Amazon, Book My Show, anything, any website. For maintaining this website, for deploying this website, what kind of infrastructure is required? What kind of infrastructure is required? What is infrastructure? What is infrastructure? The infrastructure might be majorly servers are required, a database is required, networks are required, storage is required, and so on. So these are all infrastructure, major infrastructure is required for maintain, for deploying our applications. But sir, question is, sir, how many ways we can able to get this infrastructure? So for deploying our applications, for maintaining our websites, how many ways to, how many ways to get infra? Yeah, majorly physical environment, our virtual environment from cloud also. Clear. So for maintaining our application, for deploying our websites, what kind of infrastructure? Yeah, we can able to get it either physical environment or from cloud. In from cloud also we're using internally virtual environment only. Clear. But tell me what is a cloud? What is cloud? So specifically, what is a cloud computing? What is an exactly cloud computing? So before understanding what is a cloud computing, so let us try to understand what is a data center. What is data center? You know very well. Each and every student know about it. What is a data center? The huge computing power, keeping in a rack wise in a big room, we calling as a data centers. These data centers are located in different geographical locations like in Chennai, in Mumbai, in Singapore, in Hyderabad, in Sydney, UK, London, South Africa. So many places these data centers are located. These data centers are located different geographical locations. From that geographical locations, if we can access, if we can able to control our internet, our resources, which you calling as what? Cloud compute. Cloud computing. Simply I can say whatever the computing power we can able to control our internet from your place we calling as a cloud computing. Cloud computing. So let us deep diving into the what is a cloud computing. What is a cloud computing? So first, what is a data center as we discussed, please? The huge computing power keeping in a rack wise, we calling as a data center. These data centers are located in different geographical location. From these data centers, if we can access or a control over internet, anything from your laptop is nothing but what exactly? Cloud computing. Cloud computing. I repeat again. The remote placed resources such as servers, network, storage, database, if we can access, if we can access our internet from your laptop is nothing but what exactly? Cloud computing. Sir, cloud computing? Because if it is a rental based infrastructure. By using cloud, we are not buying anything. We are not buying anything. We are not maintaining anything. Whatever infrastructure is required, we can able to get a rental based. Based on usage, we're gonna be pay rent. Based on usage, we are gonna be pay rent. So, for example, let's say you want to go to the railway station by car. Just for reaching railway station, are you buying a new car or else rental car, which is easy for you? Definitely rental car, am I right? Okay, so no need to buy a new car. Okay, no need to spend 10 lakhs of rupees, 20 lakhs rupees, and driver license, pollution check is not required. RC copy is not required. Simply book a Ola or Uber or cab, get the car within 10 minutes, getting into the car, reach your railway station, whatever tariff you need to pay it, around 300 to 500 rupees max. That's it. Your purpose is resolved. Same way, same way. Just for deploying our Flipkart or Redbus or any kind of application, what kind of infrastructure is required? What kind of infrastructure is required? We can able to get it from cloud, and based on usage we're going to be pay rent. That is what exactly cloud. Any cloud is a rental base, either Azure or AWS or Google. Any cloud is a rental based infrastructure only. But which cloud we're going to be learning? AWS, Amazon Web Services. We are going to be learning AWS, Amazon Web Services. In Amazon Web Services, we are gonna be learning lot of models, lot of services. So these are all the services we are gonna be dividing into the four models. What is VPC, EC2, RDS, S3. Totally it is around under AWS. More than 45 plus services we are gonna be learning. So these are all the services we're dividing into the four models. One is VPC model, EC2 model, RDS model, S3 model. What is a VPC? VPC is nothing but what? Network. EC2 is nothing but what? Server. RDS is nothing but a database. S3 is nothing but a storage. Okay. So for deploying our applications, what kind of infrastructure is required? We can able to get it. So for example, let's say, so server means what? EC2. So RDS is a database. VPC is a network. S3 is nothing but a storage. S3 is nothing but a storage. Clear. Sorry, man. So for deploying our application or websites, what kind of infrastructure is required? Can we able to get it or not? Tell me. Can we able to get it from cloud or not? Yes. So let us understand. So first, what is a VPC? What is EC2? What is RDS? What is S3? Let us try to understand one by one. So first, let us talk about VPC. Sir, what is a VPC? VPC is nothing but a network. So what is the full form of VPC? Virtual Private Cloud. A office kind of network. In your office, we have the computers are connected each other with a network or not, a physical network or not. The same kind of network, the same kind of office kind of network, if we can access over internet in virtual form, is nothing but what exactly the VPC. I'll repeat again. An isolated private network, a isolated a office kind of network, if we can access over internet in virtual form, is nothing but what exactly the network. What is in the network? Yeah, anybody can able to getting into the network. You and me, anybody can able to getting into the network. Once if it is getting into the network, yeah, we can able to create a network. So this is my network. This is my your network. This is my friend's network. So we are gonna be creating a network, and we are gonna be creating a resources like EC2 resource and RDS resource, database and service, and we can able to deploy our applications. Once if it is deployed our application, and we can able to access over internet. But these resources we are gonna be accessing. No one can access it. Is completely secure. These resources can able to controlled by us, controlled by you, but not by anybody. They can these resources can't be accessed by anyone. It is completely secure. The same way, another network also created, and so many n number of networks. Each and every network is an isolated area. On top of we can able to create resources. Those resources it's fully secure. We can able to control our access. No one can access. So, for example, let's say, so a virtual private cloud is a private section of AWS in your AWS. So we can able to place resources like a server, a database, whatever maybe. After placing or creating resources, who can access, who can be access, we're gonna be writing a rules and regulation. Based on rules and regulations, outside people can able to access, or else they can't. But what about EC2? Elastic Compute Cloud. By helping of EC2, we can able to create a server. Server is just like your laptop, which are all the components available in your laptop. By using same components, we are gonna be creating a server in the cloud also. So what is the meaning of compute? RAM, CPU, i3 processor, i5, i7. The computing for whatever we have that we calling as what? Compute. The computing power if we can access over internet in elastic form. Elastic means what? Flexible form, either increase or decrease based on customer load. Based on customer load, if it can be increased, it can be decreased. Based on customer load, our computing power will be increasing or decreasing. That computing power, if we can access over internet, is nothing but what exactly? Cloud. I'll repeat again. For example, let's say Flipkart. The Flipkart customers are increasing, decreasing. We can even Flipkart don't know how many customers log in at this point. But based on that load, customer load, internally the computing power servers should be increased or decreased automatically. In that case, this elastic compute cloud will help us, which you can't be get in physical environment. We can able to get only the cloud. Why cloud? Because of these are all the reasons. Okay, I'll repeat again. The computing power, whatever required, if we can access over internet in elastic form, is nothing but what exactly? The cloud computing. By helping of cloud compute, we can able to create a server. Server is just like your laptop, which are all the components we're using like CPU, sorry, CPU, operating system, hard disk, RAM, firewall, network card, which are all the components we are using in your laptop. Same components we are gonna be using in our server also. But your laptop is just for home purpose, but the server is for deploying our applications very easily. Got it. Okay, so let us assume. So I want to try to deploy a Netflix kind of application. Let us assume. So we want to do Netflix kind of application or Redbus kind of applications or a Hotstar kind of application, whatever maybe any application if you want to deploy. So what is the first thing which we are trying to do, please? First step is what? First we need to create a network. In this network, we're gonna be keeping a server. On top of this server, we are placing Netflix kind of applications. Once if it is placed, once if it is placed, and we can access our internet. How we are accessing Netflix right now, the same way, like this. But what about customer information, login information, subscription information? Where exactly we can able to keep? We can able to keep the customer information in a database. So the relational database services, which you calling is here is what? RDS. RDS. By helping of RDS, we are going to be learning DynamoDB also. Structural data, unstructured data, both we are going to be learning. But so I can show you here as only RDS only in the slides, but we're going to be learning both. Complete database means, so how to use database, like structural database or non-structural database like my DynamoDB, we are going to be learning. Okay, but let us come back to the RDS. What is RDS, please? By helping of RDS, we can able to get a multiple databases like either maybe MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL, anything. But so this is structural data only. So in this data, in this database, we can keep our customer data in a tabular format, rows and columns. So we can able to inserting into the database, inserting customer data into the database in a rows and column tables of data. Fine. But question is, sir, question is, question is, first let it be understood. First one more thing, please wait. So we have successfully created a network. We created a server. We created a database. And we are accessing this over internet. This is which we have done already. Fun. Understood this. But question is, what are the major purpose of Netflix? What are the major use of Netflix? What are the major use of Netflix? So browsing videos, am I right? If it is larger files, 3 GB, 4 GB kind of file. It is a Blu-ray kind of movie file. Okay. But can able to inserting into the database? In database, no. So that is the reason. That is the reason. That is the reason we are gonna be using simple storage service S3. Simple storage services S3. What is S3? It is a storage. So this S3 bucket we can able to use on internet. We can able to upload or download any kind of file over internet on top of S3 bucket. We can use this through your laptop, your mobile, or tablet, from any device. We can use it. It is just like a Google Drive. How we are using Google Drive? The same way. So we're writing docs here or not. It is maintaining here PPTs. So it is a Google Drive or not. How we can upload, downloading files. Yes. Clear. How exactly? How exactly we are maintaining or uploading files? So the same way we can able to upload or download any kind of files over internet into the S3 bucket. So the first actually the in the cloud, the first cloud service provider AWS itself, that too AWS introduced in the world S3 bucket. Got it. So by helping of this all infrastructure, by helping of this all infrastructure. So network, server, database, and storage. We are gonna be deploying our applications very easily. Very easily. Guys, please, up to this point, any questions, please? I hope you people are understand why we are using cloud. What are the major purpose?
Yes, Mohan. So this S3 bucket will be out of the VPC, or it will be inside the VPC, sir?
No, it is out of VPC. It is not depending on network. It is not depending on operating system, and it is based on internet. Out of VPC. It is not belongs to the network. It is not required in a network related. It is not. It is. We can access so over a networks of networks. It is a public over a network or over internet from any network. We can access this. That's what out of this VPC.
Yeah, so and also are we discussing about public, private, hybrid clouds?
Obviously.
Yeah.
The network, the networking itself, we're gonna be a combination of network and database. So these two we're gonna be learning 1 month. Then.
Okay.
So we are learning what is IP, what is IP address, what is a static network, what is a public network, what is a dynamic network, what is a subnet mask, and what is a private IP, public IP, what is the difference between classful and classless, and what is the NAT, what is the subnetting. Very depth we're going to be learning. Basic fundamentals we're going to be learning.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
same thing we're going to be implementing on VPC.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, that same thing it will use for database also. So
Wow.
without a network, we can't able to create database also, because of database should be secure with help of private network. That is, we should understand very clear. That's what first we understand the basics, fundamentals of network, then implementing on VP's cloud, what is the private and public, understanding thoroughly, practically, then we go for switch it to the database, how to handle the secure and with the private network by database, on database, on private network, how to handle by database, RDS. We're going to be learning. Okay. Very
Okay.
depth. We're going to be spending completely 1 month for this too. So simply, so EC2, S3, IAM. We have one more model name called here is IAM, Identity Access Management. So for that, how to handle AWS. So for user management, group management, policies, roles and responsibilities, we're going to be maintaining. All together will take 1 month. EC2, S3, IAM. These three models will together one bunch of model, but VPC, RDS, one model will treating like that. Okay, under this VPC, so many services like subnetting, internet gateway, private network, public network, a hybrid, everything. Okay. So then RDS also we're going to be learning so many things, private network, public network. So load balancing. So what are the use? What is the replication? And same with DynamoDB also same thing. So a lot of services. The same way under EC2 load balancing kind of different types of load balancer like ALB, NLB, NAT gateway, gateway load balances. And what is the NAMI? What is an auto scaling? What is the Route 53? How to set up a project with that? How we can handle a flipkart kind of scenario? We'll discuss. Okay, the same way S3 bucket also. We'll learning S3 bucket also. S3 data is one model. We're going to be spending more than a week to spend. But basic question here is occurred. So what is the difference between S3 bucket and RDS? What is the major difference between RDS and S3 bucket? RDS is depending on operating system. Okay, it is a tabular format. We can insert data, we can retrieve data from a tabular format. Okay, so through our application server only we can talk to here. So first network we need to crash, then application server. After application server, then only database. Maybe you're logged in, maybe your registration, maybe your ticket booking, whatever maybe. Our application server can only talk to the database directly. We can, but S3 bucket is not like that. It is not depending on a VPC. It is not depending on operating system. It is not a tabular format. It is a simple like in your Google Drive. So we can upload, you can download any kind of file like a audio, video, doc, PDF, image, anything over internet. But just like a Google Drive, we can access from any device. Okay, fine. Okay, let us continue. So we understands very clearly what is exactly the cloud and which cloud we're going to be focusing AWS. So same thing. So either whether it is Azure or Google, all are same. Okay, the service names are different, but the concept is same. Same models like a networking model, EC2 model, like a compute model, like a database model, like a storage model, which you calling in Azure also. But same thing, which we can able to get it. But let it be write down better. So yeah, here is we have written already. Fine. Okay. So what kind of infrastructure is required? We can able to get it from cloud. On top of this infrastructure, we are gonna be implementing an automated DevOps transparent pipeline. DevOps is an automated process. Whatever the lines of code, whatever the lines of code is written by developer, we are going to be making working software, we're going to be delivering into the production environment within a shortest time with high quality, with low cost, with low failure rate, is nothing but what exactly DevOps. But while deploying our application, where exactly we are going to be deploying, where exactly we are going to be implementing, either on AWS or Azure or a Google or any physical environment also. But we are going to be deploying, we are going to be maintaining our application, this entire process, which we are going to be implementing by using AWS infrastructure in our course. So I'll repeat. AWS is infrastructure provided. On top of this infrastructure, we're going to be implementing an automated DevOps transparent pipeline. So I hope you people are understands very clearly what is the major difference between DevOps and AWS. What is the relation between these two also? We understand. Okay, but so let us before taking your questions, before closing the session, so small clarification. So we are doing, so we're dividing into the models. Okay, we're understanding and each and every model. So understand very thoroughly each and every tool, either Ansible or CI/CD or Docker and Kubernetes or monitoring tools. So we learn very depth. By end of the model, we'll do one project. That is, I'm gonna be approach. Okay, for example, let's say, so we are go for one second. Yeah. So we'll implement this auto scaling project. Okay, in AWS, like so we have a networking. How to create a networking, how to create a databases, how to set up a complete end-to-end setup for deploying our application databases with the help of Terraform. Yeah, we are going to be learning this kind of these two projects we are implementing on AWS. Okay, the same way. So we are implementing so project on cloud on DevOps also. It is one of the major project which we are going to be implementing after learning all tools, but individually tool by tool we're going to be learning one project, and by end altogether one pipeline, complete pipeline also we're going to be creating. Clear, understand? So for example, let me show you one more way, so some more clarification. So let's say, for example, let's say, so we are considering, so this Git, Maven, Jenkins, JFrog, SonarQube, the entire, they're all tools we calling as a one model. All together we'll do one project. The same way, Ansible itself will do one concentration along with Terraform. Okay, Ansible along with Terraform, and we'll do a project on top of it. The same way, Docker and Kubernetes will do one project, but all together we'll do one major project also. Fine. So along with AI tools also, we are gonna be using AI tools like a Gemini, Git Copilot, ChatGPT. Now these are all the major tools we are gonna be using. Okay, it will those tools will help us to smoothen our workflow. Okay, fine. So that is what exactly for today's session, guys. Please, tomorrow onwards, we're gonna be start a regular session. So tomorrow, how to getting into the cloud, how to create a server, how we are gonna be working with cloud, what we have done for today, what we have understood for today. Tomorrow, it's gonna be justifications practically. Clear? And so slowly we are migrating into our course. So we are starting with AWS, ending with what? DevOps. Okay, fine. We'll do projects in between and by end also. Okay, so all the materials, soft materials, and entry question, resume preparation, I will help you, which are already discussed in the beginning. Okay, no need to repeat again. Yesterday also I have discussed this. Okay, fine. So any questions, please? Can talk to me. Any questions one by one.
Like,
Linux, yeah, without Linux we can't. As Ajay, Linux, Linux basics required, shell script also required. I will cover. Don't worry. Linux basics. Which are all the required? But we can't learn complete AWS Linux administration. But up to what part, what things, commands are required, I'm gonna be teach. Don't worry. Fine.
So after AWS, we are covering Linux part, right, sir?
No, in between it will be covered. Underlying it will be Linux will be covered.
Okay.
Okay. Underlying slowly, not because of if you are spending Linux separately, you take 20 days.
Mhm.
So I don't want to waste your times.
Okay.
Okay. Underlying it will be covered. I will take care. Slowly I can take you deep into the practical and project oriented. Don't worry. That is my uh,
Okay.
case. Okay.
So
Fine.
what are the services we are going to cover here?
I can't be list down. So can you? I will share course content. You
Okay,
can go through that, which are all the services. Okay. In
okay.
VPC, EC2, RDS, and S3 bucket. Okay. Simply we
So
can.
Postgres comes under RDS or is it different?
Can you repeat your
The
question, please?
Postgres is comes under RDS.
RDS only. Yeah, we can go for any database, or whether you go for MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL, or totally it is around six or eight, six more than six database we can able to get it by under RDS.
Okay,
RDS is service name. By using RDS, we can able to get any structural database like SQL, any SQL, structural query language, any SQL, like relational database services, any database which
got
we
it.
can able to get it. Like DynamoDB also we have, that is a non-structural data. That also we're gonna be learning. We're gonna be teach how to handle an AWS in cloud.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Tejo, please.
Is there any material or at the end of the session are you going to provide like for
No,
the
here is what
certificate? No,
exactly,
no,
three
not
things
for
in
that.
it. Three things we are gonna be. First thing is what recording session is very important. What we are delivering, so that should be record because of after class also you need to practice. That is the first thing. And so I'm gonna be writing a class notes also. Maybe if it is diagrammatically and point wise and commands also flow, implementation flow. Okay, that I will be share running notes. Okay. Second, third, so the particular model I will share the document, means for material. The
Okay.
complete after class also, when you have free time, you can go through that. So the detailed elaboration of the each and every concept.
Okay.
That will help you.
Recording sessions also we can go through at any time, right?
Without
Okay.
recording, you can't practice Andy.
Correct, correct.
So
And
there is no question about it. Okay.
correct,
If
correct.
without recording, okay, classes attending, you can understand the concept. Maybe we can't be hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
For example, after the class, you have to practice, you want to practice, you definitely forget what first, what next, what is third step, what are the how exactly. Maybe after practicing by using recording, you can practice and come with the questions in next class.
Okay,
Then we like clarify. Maybe sometime you may be problem even by following recording also you may face issue. Maybe
correct.
recording your configuration laptops maybe differ, your approach is different. That I will help you by next class itself. Maybe by talking with me or sharing screen last by end of the session 10 minutes is enough. So
Okay.
mostly so by orally I can help you, but still if it is not, some students can't able to do that. That's what I will help you by sharing screen also. Okay.
So if you want to do any certification in future, so will those
Yeah.
material or concept, the hints,
Yeah,
whatever.
so this is not a certificated level course, but we can do AWS certification here.
Okay,
Solution architect certificate you can do in AWS. Okay, that you can able to do it here. AWS in AWS.
okay,
That's majorly that certificate is very important, but rest is not required. Like Kubernetes, Ansible, each and every tool certification not required. Like AWS offering one DevOps certificate. These two you can do that. One is AWS Solution Architect, another is DevOps. These two we can do. That is this is 2 hours preference. If it is third level, maybe if you want to interested do the certification, go for Kubernetes certification is best for us. These three is enough.
okay.
Okay, but in our course, we can do these two. First one is AWS certificate, and is DevOps certificate. These two we can do by helping of this course syllabus, what I'm delivering.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
But not all. Yeah. Fine. Fine. Any questions still? Teju, Srinivas, Rajesh, Naga Venkata, Jaya, Chamundeshwari, Balraj, Ajay, Ramesh. Yeah. So get great guys, please. So we'll continue by tomorrow. So tomorrow onwards, we're gonna be start our regular classes. Okay. So same link tomorrow, but we'll start tomorrow onwards regular classes. So practical oriented sessions will be started from tomorrow. So if anybody interested, please be registered and do the payments, and we'll continue by tomorrow. But use same link. The link is same. It won't be changed tomorrow. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, buddies. Your all time.